What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. And we're probably not gonna be doing an install on this one, so it's okay. But I have been doing some testing for about the past month now. As you can see, about what the title says is I'm testing out to see if it's safe to use E85 in an already pro-tuned or pro-tuned car. So like I said, my car is already pro-tuned, and I got curious when I saw this thread. There's a thread that Fat Body Tuning has on whether it's safe or not to use 3 gallons of E85 in your car if it's already tuned. And quick answer to that, from what he says, yes it is. So me, I said, if it's safe, I said, well dang, do I want to try this out or not? Do I want to try and put my car through all of that and see what happens? But I'm curious, and I'm trying to learn something and trying to figure out how the car responds in these certain situations. So it can also put in the another thing, just by off his post and what he put on that thread, which I will link it in the description. It's a way to adjust any knock issues you have, or if you're having an issue with fuel in your area. So let's say the gas you put in the car may not be that great. Well, instead of putting like an octane booster in there or something like that, which you could do, but I haven't had great success with that. I did that as well. Matter of fact, let me show you what I used. All right, so look here, and I still got these things, man. I ordered these things, and it's a VP Racing, because I was thinking, I'll put this in there, man. This will give me, like, I got race fuel. It'll give me a big boost in power, man. It'll feel, it'll be on point. Nah, I did see quite a few knock events behind using that along with the fuel that I was using. So of course, I opted not to use it anymore. So I stopped. Now, like I said, if you go somewhere in this bad gas, I'm sure something like that would help. But what would be even better for these cars is the E85. So that's why I say, well, let me see. I may be able to use a tool like that later on. Let me see how it'll affect the car right now. So I'm not gonna go. I didn't do 3 gallons. So I said I'm gonna stop my limit at 2 gallons. So I put 1 gallon in there to start, just to see how the car would initially respond to having a little bit more E85 in it. Because at the pumps you get 10% E85, ethanol in the gas anyway. So I add another gallon in there. Let me see what it does. Well, my report of what my findings, because every car is different. So my findings and what I experienced when I did it is I ain't noticed anything bad. It was all good, really. I mean, the gas mileage kind of stayed the same. It didn't burn more gas, even though when I was looking at my my access port, looking at the things that I monitor feedback knock, fine knock learn. I look at the air fuel ratio. I look at coolant temps, intake temp, and I look at DAM. So I look at all of those things. So after looking at that, I did notice some differences. I could have just been tripping or not paying attention the right way before I did all of this. But I did notice that I see different numbers on my AFRs. I was seeing more 15s, and I was seeing some 13s in there. And I know whenever I did get on it, like 50% throttle or stuff like that, I kind of was looking at how the car responded from an air fuel ratio. And it stayed roughly around 14, but on this one, I would see some 13s, some 12s. And then when I really try to go wide open throttle on there, instead of seeing 10s, I was seeing 11s. But like I said, I could have been not paying attention to it the right way before. But like I said, it was nothing bad, nothing noticeably like tragic or anything like that that'll really just mess the car up or anything like that. For the most part, it was a positive experience doing 1 gallon in there, and the car seemed more peppier. It got on the power a lot quicker. It just seemed like the car was loving life, you know what I mean? So I have nothing bad to say about it. It didn't really mess anything up. If anything, it did improve it. I don't know if it improved power wise, you know what I mean? Let me say this the right way. I did feel like it gave me more power, but to know exactly what that is without a dyno, I don't know. But I did feel a difference in the CD of paint. Now, so you do feel a difference. Did that, ran 2 weeks, cool, good to go. Got it down to a quarter tank. Once I got down to a quarter tank, I did start noticing a little bit more activity as far as the knock was concerned. Dam never changed, it stayed at 1. I can usually never go a whole, like if I fill up a tank, at some part of the way, I'm going to see the dam drop. That's not a bad thing. You should be seeing stuff like that. But when you're doing pump gas, you should be seeing it. Now, I didn't see any of that. My dam didn't drop, but I did see some knock events, but that was when I was at a little under quarter tank. So at that point, it could be the fact that it was less ethanol in there and the car was adjusting in that time frame. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But I went on ahead and let me push forward to stage 2, which is stage 2 was me putting 2 gallons in there. So I put 2 gallons of E85 in there. And then right after I put those 2 gallons in there, because I put it in I had a 2-gallon gas can. I put that in there, and then right after that, I was already at the gas station when I put it in there, and then I backed it with 93 octane. After that, took off driving, and I noticed the car felt even more peppier. And in certain instances, I think I was using more fuel because then again, I was driving that much more aggressively because it was fun. You know what I mean? So it was fun riding in the car like that, man. So, I did notice the fact that it was that much more peppier. I saw even less knock events, even though I was trying to make it do it in certain situations. And somewhere along the way, I did hit, what did I see on here? I got some notes down here. I'm trying to look back and forth at that, you know. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm looking at y'all, but I'm looking at my notes too. See, right here. I did see 4.38. Now, it dropped that 4.38 on the knock event, and I'd have fine knock learn on there as well. But throughout all of that, the dam did not drop below 1. It stayed at 1. The car still ran good. I didn't hear anything crazy. It was just some crazy knock event or something. I don't know. So I was probably
shifting, not double clutching like you should.
Clutching like I'm supposed to. Let me stop. But I didn't see anything bad. Now I did burn that much more gas. It could be because I was driving the car that much more aggressively, which you guys can tell because while I was in the closing stages of, you know, running through that 2 gallons of E85, that's what I did on that drive on video last week. So it makes you want to get it makes you just want to get on the car that much more. So I burned through the gas pretty quick. I think with the 1 gallon, I was like 2 weeks, and it was like took 2 weeks to get it down to a little under quarter tank. And then this time around, it took almost like a week and maybe a week and 3 days, and I was already down to a quarter tank, dang near, man. But that goes to show you just how fun the car was after doing all of that. So, like I said, I stopped it at the 2 gallons, man. I didn't really see it. Got anything else on here I need to tell y'all? Oh, another thing that I did notice. I'm glad I turned this piece of paper over, man. I'm about crazy. Engine temps. Like I told you, I look at the coolant temps. Usually when I'm riding, I get like 190, 192. That's usually what my coolant temps look like when the car is completely warmed up and I'm going. This go around after the 2 gallons of gas and 2 gallons of E85 in there, I started seeing 194 and 196. Does that mean anything? I don't really know, but that is something that I noticed differently than, because I pay attention to everything that goes on with the car. I'm always looking at it. So that was another difference, but I still don't think that's bad. Like I said, nothing negatively happened to the car during all of that. So, will I do 3 gallons? I don't know. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to try it or not. I've already put regular 93 octane in there only to kind of, you know, run through, get all that stuff out of the system completely. And maybe I'll do 3 gallons of gas to see if there's like a big jump in power or something like that. So y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want me to try that or not. And I'll try that out and let's see what happens. Because there you go again, man. I'm curious again. So I kind of want to see. So if y'all want to see that, let me know in the comments, man. And I'll make that happen, and I'll give y'all my report back on how the car feels and how it responded to me doing that. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Hopefully I ain't take up too much of y'all's time. Oh, another thing. Like I said, I'm giving y'all little micro updates of what's coming for the car. And I got something else in, man. And here it is, the Company 23 engine adapter for my engine stand. I got an engine stand already, but this right here, theirs is designed specifically for Subaru engines. So, you know, because it's a Boxster engine, it's in 2 halves. So this allows you to attach to one side of that, or you can attach to the other side. So this is gonna be, I really like this. Plus, another good thing, because I was worried that I would have to go and figure out what size screws that I need to use in order to attach it to my current engine stand that I have. And then when I saw this, I was like, oh, cool, let me get this here. But I was thinking I still had to find out, you know, the bolts and get the thread pitch and all of that stuff that I needed to put those in there. Well, this one comes with everything you need to attach this adapter to your block to be able to put it on the car. I mean, put it on the engine stand. So that's perfect. It has everything you need already in it. So that's just me getting that many more steps closer to being able to do the engine build. So that's really the only update as far as that I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for all y'all support, man. It looked like y'all kind of liked that video last week, man. I was a little shocked. I was nervous about putting that one out there. I was like, man, they're gonna be like, man, shut up and get this up off here, man. But I appreciate the positive response, man, and the support from y'all, man. Man, y'all know how to make your boy feel good, man. I appreciate y'all, dog. So until that next video, man, remember, let me know in the comments if y'all want me to do the 3 gallons on there so I can let y'all know how that went. And like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and make sure you hit all. That way you get notified whenever I put out another video. And then until that video, peace.